We are in the kitchen today for the second video in our back to school series. The number one request we get from clients for our personal assistant services is meal planning and meal prep. This of course usually means family dinners, but now that we're heading back to school, we are seeing more and more requests for planning and prep of kids' lunches. So today we're talking about 10 breakfasts and 10 lunches that are healthy, delicious, and easy to prep ahead of time to keep your school mornings running smoothly. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline Poole with Mod Assistants. We are household management and business admin experts, and on this channel, we take the years of experience and knowledge from our team to help you within your business and at your home. So let's get cooking. We are starting this off right with a really fun recipe for pancake sausage muffins. Before we get started, I did want to let you know that all of the ingredients and steps for each recipe are going to be linked in the description box below. So we're not going to walk you through each individual step, but you will see it here on the screen as we prepped it in our kitchen to test these recipes. This one is a really fun one because all kids love pancakes, all kids love sausage, so why not combine it into a muffin that is really easy to keep in the fridge or the freezer and just as easy to grab on those busy mornings. We like to serve these with a little added sweetness of some maple syrup over the top, maybe warmed up a little bit, and your kids will absolutely love them. Now, we're not trying to choose favorites here, but this is a good one. It was loved by kids and adults alike. Yes, of course, it is chocolate for breakfast, but it also contains a protein powder, so we feel really good about sending our kids out the door with one or maybe two of these. What we found to be really interesting about this recipe is that it did not contain flour. As you can see here on the screen, it was a little bit tougher to stir together. It took a little bit of elbow grease as you were getting it going. But in the end, it gave the muffins a really nice fudgy consistency, especially when they were fresh out of the oven or if you warmed them up in the future for breakfast for the kids. For storage, we kept these muffins in a reusable plastic bag in the refrigerator to keep them fresher longer, and they were really easy to just grab and go as you're heading out the door, or if you have a little bit more time, warmed up and served with a protein. Absolutely delicious. I think we were most excited for these sheet pan pancakes. We've been seeing it pop up over on our socials, and it really does deserve all of the hype it's getting. These pancakes turned out fluffy and really easy to warm up in the microwave. The whole idea behind these pancakes is that you're not taking the time to make individual pancakes every morning. But you still want to be able to feed your family a fresh batch of pancakes, not something processed that you found at the grocery store. So with these, you build a sheet pan pancake, essentially a large pancake, at the beginning of the week, chop it up into individual portions, keep it in the fridge or the freezer, and then every morning serve warmed with a little maple syrup, and voila, you have fresh pancakes every morning. Bacon, egg, and cheese sliders. Now you always have the savory breakfast type people, and then you have the sweet breakfast type people. We've already covered a couple sweet breakfasts. So here's an option for your kids who prefer a savory breakfast. Everyone loves a Hawaiian roll. We mostly see it used for lunch recipes, for ham and cheese sandwiches or sliders, hamburger sliders for lunch. So we were really excited to find this recipe where we use Hawaiian rolls for breakfast. The other great thing about this recipe is it is so customizable to what your family likes. Scrambled eggs are a base, but feel free to use turkey bacon, pork bacon, sausage, different types of cheeses. Add in some roasted vegetables. It really is up to you and how you would like to make it for your family. It is so easy to serve. Cut up the rolls and you have individual sliders for your kids. We store them in the fridge in containers that each child can grab when they're ready for breakfast. Really easy to just warm up and go. Overnight oats are certainly having a moment right now. It is a really trendy recipe because it is such a great meal prep option. You put all of the ingredients together at the beginning of the week and it is there for you to grab whenever you are ready. If the kids in your household do like oatmeal, this is a really great option because it's something you don't have to prepare for them every morning. We found a great blog post that offers many different options and versions of these overnight oats. That is again linked in the description box. Today we went with 2 different options to test, this first one being the strawberry protein option. And second up, we have the carrot cake overnight oats. The carrot cake option really did jump out to us because who doesn't love the flavors of carrot cake? That warm cinnamon and maple syrup, especially as we're heading into the fall season. But the good thing about this recipe, as we discussed with the last, it is completely customizable. And the link that we have below will give you some ideas, but feel free to make this completely your own with whatever flavors and ingredients your family really likes. After all, we want these breakfast recipes to be something that your kids will grab and will eat. So feel free to make it your own. We were really excited about this recipe as well for cereal breakfast bars. Cereal is, of course, a staple for so many people for breakfast, not just kids, but especially kids. And I know in our household, my kids love Honey Nut Cheerios, and that is something that was used in this recipe. The fun thing about this is it is a yogurt base with the cereal pressed on top and then frozen and cut into bars. It is really fun, almost ice cream tasting option for breakfast that your kids will be really excited about. And once again, something they can grab on their own, not something you have to prepare every morning if you have a really busy household on weekdays. We store these in a Ziploc container in the freezer, so they're really easy to grab when your kids are ready to eat. Homemade waffles. How many of us have a box of pre-made processed waffles in our freezer right now? It is such a staple and an easy breakfast for kids to grab that they really enjoy. But the fun thing is making homemade waffles at the beginning of the week and storing them in the freezer is just as easy. And then you're able to present your kids with a homemade option. This recipe that we found, the waffles came out really nice and crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. They held up really well in the freezer, and we kept it pretty traditional with how we serve these, just warmed up on a plate with some butter and maple syrup. And to store them, we kept them in reusable Ziploc bags in the freezer. So they were, again, easy to grab, pop in the toaster, and start eating. Slow cooker oatmeal. So often we rely on our slow cooker for our dinner recipes, and we fully support that. That is a great tool to get a good meal on the table fast. But how often do you use your slow cooker for breakfast? This slow cooker oatmeal recipe was absolutely delicious. In this case, it used apples as the fruit, but I am sure there are recipes all over the internet for using different types of fruit. It sat and cooked all day on Sunday. We stored it in the fridge and it was ready to eat just with a little warming up in the microwave throughout the week. And the kids were really happy with it. A green breakfast smoothie. We will take any excuse we can get to sneak some greens into our kids. In this case, spinach. We use spinach in a lot of our smoothie recipes. We swear by the Be Well Fab 4 principle to start all of our smoothies. And again, we'll link that in the description so you can see what that's all about. But we start with those 4 ingredients, and those alone are delicious, but you could also add all types of fruits, whatever your family like, to make it what they're going to eat in the morning. Turkey and cheese sandwiches. Now stick with us. We know this is not the most inventive lunch idea, but it's a classic for a reason. We did take it up a notch by using those sweet Hawaiian rolls as opposed to just a plain piece of bread. Kids really do love the buttery flavor from those Hawaiian rolls, so it makes it a little bit extra special. Of course, you can customize this to whatever fits your family's tastes. Use ham instead of turkey, salami, bologna. Use different types of cheeses or spreads. Whatever works for you and your kids, go with that. We did also find a few really fun recipes that take this idea of turkey and cheese and make it a little bit more fun and colorful for kids. So we'll be sure to link those recipes in the description box if you want to have a little bit more fun. Pasta salad, but make it kid-friendly. We are bringing the summer staple into the school year, and we use this as a way to sneak some veggies into our kids' diet. All kids love pasta, but instead of just giving them plain old pasta with butter or pasta with marinara, put in some of their favorite veggies. Mix it all up with a really good dressing. The kids love all of the colors. This just looks like a really fun meal, and it also tastes great. The recipe that we found, we do find to be really kid-friendly, but as we keep saying, customize it to what your kids like. Use your kids' favorite vegetables, use your kids' favorite dressing, make it something that they're going to eat. Another reason why we love this option is how easily it packs up in a lunchbox and stays good throughout the day. You don't have to worry about it, so that's really nice. A charcuterie bento box. We are having so much fun looking up all of the different lunch ideas that moms come up with to put inside these kids' bento boxes that have really become popular over the last few years. We decided to do a little bit of a take on a charcuterie board in bento box form. If your kids really like salami, pepperoni, those types of cured meats, they're going to love this. It also kind of reminds us of an upscale Lunchable, which is another kid's favorite, but as we know, very processed. So this is a way to do it where you're in control of the ingredients. Mac and cheese muffins. We were really excited when we came across this recipe. Not only is it mac and cheese, every kid's favorite, but it also incorporates an extra protein with ham. And best of all, you can make it from leftovers. How many times have you made a big batch of mac and cheese for the kids and had a ton left over in the fridge that were just never eaten? Well, this is a great way to transform those leftovers into a kid's lunch. And what kid doesn't want to take mac and cheese with them to school? Not to mention, it's in a fun muffin form. Kids love when things come differently than they're used to. These were really easy to store in the fridge, and we just warmed them up ahead of time and sent them to school in a warming lunch container for the kids to enjoy at school. They were a real crowd pleaser. Mini corn dog muffins. This recipe also jumped out at us as a really fun one. Hot dogs, a great kid staple, cooked down into a cornbread mini muffin. I mean, how delicious does that sound? They were really easy to put together, especially using a pre-made corn muffin mix like Jiffy, like we used here, but of course you can make your mix from scratch as well. We have a couple recipe options we'll include down below based on what you'd like to try. We kept it really simple with these, just packing them up in the lunchbox with a few sliced red peppers on the side. But as we were testing, we did find if you wanted to kick it up a notch, drizzling a little bit of honey over top was absolutely delicious. Sounds weird, but give it a try. We really loved it. Cucumber sandwiches. Yes, we are making cream cheese cucumber tea sandwiches. How fun is that? It's flavors that kids all really do enjoy, plus it's cute. And who doesn't want a cute little sandwich to have in their lunchbox every day? We chose to use mini cucumbers, so then we didn't have to worry about taking out the seeds. And we find that our kids do really like the slightly sweeter taste of mini cucumbers. Just a regular old cream cheese, a little bit of salt, and we did, of course, cut off the crusts of the sandwich to make them nice and cute tea sandwiches. We packed this up with just something simple like an orange and some goldfish crackers, and there you go, a perfect little lunch. Panzanella salad. Or as we have explained to our kids before, a crouton salad, because that sounds a little less intimidating. But here we did take the traditional Italian special of a panzanella salad and made it once again kid-friendly using the types of vegetables that our kids do enjoy. The base for a panzanella salad is a toasted bread. A lot of the times they use day-old bread, so we love that you can use leftovers, and it gets nice and crunchy and buttery like a crouton. We chose peppers, cucumbers, radishes, and we went with a really light dressing to keep it simple for the kids. We also added chicken into our panzanella salad, but that is absolutely optional if you do or do not want to give your kids that extra protein. Served with a few raspberries on the side, and it was a perfectly balanced lunch. Here we are again with another bento box option. This time we're taking everybody's favorite Tuesday night meal, tacos, and turning it into a bento lunch. There are so many different ways you can do this taco option. We chose to keep everything separate with our taco meat, some rice, and some toppings. But we've also seen a lot of recipes online where you separate out ingredients of tacos and include flour tortillas, where your kids can have them make your own taco while they're at school. And that's a really fun option as well. Last but not least, Deli Rollups. Another classic idea. Raise your hand if your mom or your grandma used to make you these deli roll-ups as a kid. Our kids still like them today, and they are a really easy lunch to put together. We chose to use 2 pieces of ham and a piece of cheddar cheese. Really easy. Just roll it right up and place it in the lunchbox along with some sides. But as we've mentioned before, this is completely customizable. Use turkey, salami, bologna, roast beef, whatever your kids enjoy, turn it into a deli roll-up and it instantly becomes a fun lunch. We always like to include a vegetable, so we went with some carrot sticks, and our kids love hummus as a little dip, so we added that in as well. We hope you enjoyed following along with us today as we prepared some of our favorite back-to-school recipes. Before you go, be sure to leave a comment for us below, letting us know which one of these recipes was your favorite and which you're most excited for your family. All of the recipe links and anything you need to prepare these meals will be left in the description box below. And be sure to like and subscribe for more content from Maude in the future. Until next time, bye!